Welcome back to JBSports. I'm your host, Jonathan Burton, and today is Wednesday, so you know it's all about the wrestling. So, big Raws recently, big SmackDown. You know, you got everything moving to Netflix. If you're outside the U.S., of course, but if you're in the U.S., it's still Raw on Netflix and the other two on their normal weekly TV programs. But we've had some big stuff happen. So first, I'm going to start with Raw, which happened 2 nights ago. I will do SmackDown, but first I'll start with Raw. So, first, CM Punk kicked off the show, had a little promo, talking about how he's like just ready to go for championships, and he was about to leave. He's like, hope no one's going to interrupt it, play my music, burn it down. Seth Rollins came out. He was annoyed. If you saw some videos, he's asking like, why can't like someone like Rhea Ripley interrupt his music or something like that? But Seth came out, you know. Seth is usually annoyed because, you know, CM Punk hates it. Then Drew comes out. It's a whole thing where they're about to have a match. Like, CM Punk said, listen, I'm done talking. I'm going to sit here. If someone wants to swing, I'll swing back. So he's getting ready to fight. Next thing you know, Seth gets everything off. He's like, all right, ready. I'm ready to fight too. Drew's like, all right, you want to see the Scottish Warrior versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins? And he says, well, you're not going to get it. We'll get it at the Royal Rumble. You're welcome. So they're not going to fight that night. They'll go to the Royal Rumble, but it's going to be a very interesting Royal Rumble match because there's been a lot of big people in it. You know, a lot of people who can win it, a lot of people who might need to win it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Chad Gable's open challenge to any of the best, you know, luchador out there. Everyone's waiting. They're like, all right, Penta's been teased, so it's going to be Penta. Lights go down. The aura that Penta had in his debut, his opening, everything. The debut, the opening, amazing. His walkout, absolutely amazing. His entrance. You know, Let's Go Dark, It Flash. He's got a great entrance. He goes in the ring, you're like, all right, listen. He started a little slow. I mean, he still looked great in the beginning, but he started a little slow. And then near the end, it just started going crazy. He did a jump out the ring. Kind of looked like a hurt, but he connected with Chad Gable on it. He did some runner jumps. I think someone got... Was it Penta who got suplexed onto the ring, on the side of the ring? Whatever, but it was a crazy match. And then Penta hits the Mexican Destroyer. Insane move. Chad Gable sold that so well. Like, honestly, it could have ended the match, but I don't think that finisher's that protected. Well, I mean, signature. But that move was insane, and Chad Gable, one of the best sellers in the business. Let's be honest here. He is so good. The way he just, like, landed perfectly and just bounced, it was amazing. Chad Gable's amazing. Kicked out of it. They went on for a little bit, and then he did the, I think it's his little arm bar thing. It's a sacrifice where it leans back and, like, tries to break it. And then he did his finisher, which everything was amazing. So, Penta, honestly, might have had a 5-star match on his debut. It was amazing. I loved what it was. So, next match, we have Sheamus versus Ludwig. I mean, it wasn't a bad match, but it was just the average Ludwig-Sheamus match. They fight around for a bit, and then Sheamus wins. Ludwig really hasn't been winning many matches recently, so we'll see if he can kind of get back there. I think he can be an IC title holder eventually, but we'll see. Next one. Dom has a lot of work to do for Liv Morgan as he bought the flowers because like she was talking to Finn about some and Finn was talking about how he lost his title, but there's one person you need to talk to is Dom because Dom walked in with the flowers and Liv, he apologized to Liv for what happened with Rio. He tried to hug Rio at the end and she was like, oh, I'm not mad, but I need you to do these things. So she's basically using him now. Not that she wasn't before, but she's fully using him now. He had to get the bags. He had to get the car ready. Everything. He's getting used, but you know, it's Dom. You're suspecting it at this point because he's very I guess easy to I don't know what to say. Then you had the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament Final between Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. This match was pretty good. I mean, it's on the better end of the women's matches. Lyra, her entrance is a little weird. I mean, the whole bird thing with the wings, like it's a little weird, but it's okay. Dakota Kai was fine, but my big thing is a lot of people hated that. Well, a lot of people didn't like that Lyra won over Dakota, and one thing I find about this match is, yes, Dakota deserved it. She has been great. But Lyra has also been good. And this is her moment off of NXT that she needed to make herself a bigger star. Dakota, she's had her time with Damage Control. They've had good matches when they came back at SummerSlam. Like, they've had some good matches. They've had some good things that brought them up on the roster, made them look better. Lyra, she really hasn't had that moment. I mean, she made the Queen of the Ring finals, but then she got, like, destroyed by Nia, and her finisher was terrible for her, and she just hasn't really been there. But this is a moment that's big for her. Lyra Valkyria is your first inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion, which is great. Honestly, great for her. She deserves it. She'll be really good in that role. We need to start building some more credible people to go against Rhea, because I think right now there is a lot of very talented women's wrestlers. I'm not denying that. They are very talented. But there's not enough they have talent, all of them do, but there's not enough that have that, like, star factor. They don't have that crowd popping aura. They don't really have aura for it. So what you see Nia, after Rhea won, Nia goes back to Raw and then challenges Rhea for her title, and Bayley's there to challenge it too. So, like, you're seeing the same feuds over and over again with Rhea. You're gonna probably see Liv, hopefully not, because that is just, I want to be away from that story. But you got her going against Rhea, then you have Nia coming back to go against Rhea, then you have Bayley coming back to go against her, and it's like, there won't be bad matches, but I'm tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. So you can make more credible challengers like Lyra. You can have Dakota, Kairi Sane maybe at one point, because she is very good at what she does. There's a lot of wrestlers that are so talented and have great character work that just aren't fully there yet. So that's why the mid-card title is so important, but we got to get some more challengers there. I mean, maybe some women from NXT come up, because they're amazing down there too. I think Roxanne Perez should probably be coming up soon, which honestly I wouldn't be mad if she went straight for a major title, because she is just so good. She was the best women wrestler on NXT, and for me she was one of the best women on the WWE roster for the whole year. She was up there for Women Wrestler of the Year, but she did not get it just because Liv had a different kind of year. And then Street Fight, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I have a lot of, like, I wouldn't say issues, because both of them deserved to win. Both of them definitely should have got a win there. I mean, Damian, he's been on a roll recently. He's getting way over with the crowd than what he was. But something about Finn, I just have a soft spot for Finn. I love Finn. I really wish he didn't lose this match, but it's understandable why he did it. Damian Priest probably going back after a title soon. You're going to have a lot of men that are probably going for the title. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre could be one of those. You could, Damian Priest, a lot of the men's wrestlers can honestly go for it. Honestly, Braun Breaker could lose his IC title now and go straight for the title, and I wouldn't be mad at it. So that's the difference. So many people can go for the men's heavyweight championships, but not a lot of women go for the women's not United Championship. So they'll figure that out soon. But yeah, that street fight, it was good. The action was great. You had the like, I forgot what he calls it, but Damien making that hit through the two tables on the like crowd area. On the crowd area, he hit those two tables. They went through. It was funny when Finn was on the stretcher, not because he was hurt, but just like what they did with it. He rolled him down, and when he hit the ring, he perfectly rolled. That was cool. And then him just beating up Finn when he was on the stretcher was pretty funny. And then, like, it was still a good match. There were some great spots, when Finn did the coup de grace onto the table. They had the chair hits. Like, it was a good street fight match. It was a very good street fight match. Honestly, this Raw overall was very good. Like, all the matches were good. And about the 2 hour, 30 minute thing, I think it is brilliant. Because, yeah, they're not going for the full 3 like they usually want to go to, but it gives them the flexibility to not have to fill the show up for 3 hours. Like, if they only need 2 hours and 30 minutes to make it a great show, and it will make everything run smoothly, it'll make it a 9 to 10 out of 10 Raw, like last week was, perfect. It's perfect for them not having to throw in a match where like, hey, just stall the crowd for a bit till we have this ready, or like stall the crowd so we can hit the 3-hour mark. It's perfect because they can make Raws as constructed as they need to be, not over-constructed or overbooked or something like that. It's just amazing. I like it. You don't have to have useless matches. You don't have to have useless, what was I going to say? You don't have to have like useless promos. You don't have to have any useless things. You get that 2:30 to 3 hours you need, and you do everything. And it's perfect. It was great. I loved it because it worked out perfect. It was so smooth. So, then I will go to SmackDown of last week's SmackDown, which was honestly a pretty good show too. Chelsea versus Michin. I love that Chelsea is still going after that kind of like U.S. gear. So she's like won with the title. So that's been great. Her character work has been really good so far with it. I honestly think she was the perfect choice for the U.S. champion. Kind of weird that the first U.S. champion is Canadian, but it is what it is. Pretty good match. I liked that. Of course, I like that Chelsea retained. She deserves a lengthy title reign with this because one, she's the first one, and two, she's earned it. She is a great women's wrestler. She has improved so much this year, and it's just been amazing what she has been able to do throughout the year, like the Money in the Bank match. But we already talked about that in our WWE JBSports WWE 2024 yearly awards, which you can watch on my channel. But yeah, she has been perfect. Michin did very good in this too. They are a really good combo. I think they have great chemistry, so hopefully they have another match or two before the storyline kind of ends. Los Garzas versus Pretty Deadly. It's not bad. I don't really connect with those two as tag teams. I'm gonna be honest. Los Garzas won. It's not that I don't care, but the tag team has been, the tag team division had not been the best last year, so hopefully they can pick it up this year, which I think there'll be some way better additions. I mean, also Motor City Machine Guns didn't really have a lot of time. They had 2 months last year, so it's gonna be I think a better year for the tag team division. LA Knight versus Nakamura going to a no contest. Wasn't a bad match before it went to a no contest, but I'm ready for Shinsuke to have a new opponent. LA Knight and him have good chemistry, but I think it just needs to be something new. It's not bad. I mean, I liked when LA Knight locked Jacob Fatu out of the arena. I think that was a very funny touch to it, but it's just give Shinsuke some new people. It can be really good. Maybe Shinsuke versus Carmelo. I think those would be some banger matches. Andrade, Shinsuke, just give them some difference. I mean, I know those guys in the U.S. title fights already, but just some new people against Shinsuke just because it just needs something new. A-Town Down Under Motor City Machine Guns defeat A-Town Down Under. Pretty good match. I liked it. I really like Motor City Machine Guns and what they've done so far in WWE. I just think that they are a very good tag team. They are a legendary tag team, of course, but they fit really well in WWE. I like their style. I like what they can do on the mic, and I like the storylines they've had so far. Hopefully they're champs again. Naomi versus Bianca Belair versus Bayley versus Nia Jax. Bayley defeated Naomi and them other two, which, I mean, I don't really get too far just because, I'm pretty sure she's going to Raw. I mean, we saw that, so maybe she'll get one. I think, is she getting a title match for Tiffy? I don't fully remember. She could be, but it just didn't make too much sense for me. Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Listen, it was a good match, but please stop putting Cody against the Bloodline. Listen, it was great stuff with the final story. It's been okay stuff recently, but give us something new, please. I love Cody. I love what he's done as champion, but give him something new to do. Something that's not the Bloodline. I know he's got the stuff with Kevin Owens. I know that's coming up, but it's just let him do something else with the Bloodline. All I'm saying is have him focus on Kevin Owens. Yeah, Kevin Owens has ran out to go after him, but just give him something new, please. He just does too much stuff with the Bloodline. I'll say whatever I want, but it's just too much. It's still not bad stuff. Bloodline and Cody Rhodes needs to stop being in the same sentence, in my opinion. So hopefully they change it soon, because it's just it's not like it's annoying. It's just repetitive. So I just want to stop hearing the name Cody Rhodes and Bloodline in the same story. But that's all because, Roman Reigns has said he's going to win the Royal Rumble to challenge Cody Rhodes. Speaking of Royal Rumble, the amount of people who said they're going to win it is astronomical. I mean, every year they say it, but we'll wait for that. Saturday night main event, actually a big match was proposed. Well, not proposed, but is going to happen. Jey Uso versus Gunther. I think it'll be a great match. I really think it's got some really talented wrestlers. Gunther, Jey Uso, of course, it's going to be a talent in the match, but it's going to be great. I think the action will be good. They had a great promo. Jey Uso did have a great promo on Raw. I kind of held it off so I can talk about it. Kind of like heartfelt promo talking about, hey, like, because Gunther was like, oh, Prime Gunther promos are back. Him, like, insulting Jey to get in his head. Great. But he was like, he said, you're just a really talented tag team wrestler, which to Jey is very upsetting because Jey is this premier single star. He was nervous, he said in the promo, but now he knows it. He understands it now, as people say on the internet, mostly lethal shooter. But he understands it now. He is a single star, and he's going after Gunther. He said, this Bloodline stuff, this Roman Reigns stuff, this Uso stuff, it's behind me. I'm back for the singles title. So, he's going to go for it. Do I think he's going to win? Probably not. I will have a prediction video with that, but I don't think he'll win it. I think it'll be a maybe close match, and Jey just won't win at the end. If they want to break the internet for a while, you can have Jey win it. I mean, I'm not too opposed to it, but I'm guessing that the internet probably won't like if Jey Uso is the heavyweight championship. Something about it just like, I just feel like people are going to be like, oh, he's not main event. I mean, it's main event Jey Uso, but he's not main event, like, heavyweight championship ready is what I can probably see a few people saying. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong in saying the internet isn't ready for Jey Uso heavyweight championship, but I could be wrong. But I think it would be fun, but it would break the internet. Other than that, I mean, more about Penta. I think it was just an amazing debut for him. The promo after was really good. I really liked how he talked to the fans saying, hey, I've been waiting for this as much. He could have been waiting for this forever, but I don't really know. But he said he's been waiting for this moment. He would thank his family. Everything was great. He just really heartfelt, good welcome. The Penta era thing he said, how it's like, hey, it's a new era in WWE, right? New Netflix era. Well, it's actually the new Penta era. He said, everyone get ready for it. I think it's great. He's also another one where, I mean, he could go for a mid-card title first, but honestly, I would just be totally fine him going for a main event just because he's got the aura. He's been in the business for so long, and it would be great for him to just get a title quick. I'd love it, but we'll see what happens there. NXT, the recent one, I know Obafemi had a good promo talking about how it's his time now. Trick honestly probably moves to the main roster soon or in the draft, just sometime sooner rather than later, just so he still has that hype around him and he can still keep his theme song. Whoop that Trick. But NXT, you had that. Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. That one's been a big feud. You know, Ethan Page broke Javon Evans' jaw, whether that's true or not, but Javon Evans came to get some payback, went in swinging, and then got dropped by a right by Ethan Page, which people were like saying, like, how does that drop you? He's got a broken jaw. He's got a broken jaw in kayfabe, so I don't know how you think he's just going to withstand a strong hit to the jaw, but beats me. Maybe people are really invincible to that because it's really going to hurt. But they've been great down there. I think NXT, Ethan Page, he's another one I'd be fine moving up to the main roster just because, I mean, it's just hard because Obafemi's going to have a long reign. Obafemi's one where you just can't have anyone beat him. The Don beat him for the North American Championship, but that's because he was ready for the North American Championship and O was ready for the next level. So that's why he beat him there. Which, they had a great promo where the Don said, listen, Don Two Bells, I like the sound of that. I could beat you again. Great. That's going to be a great match there. They put on a good match last time. The stuff they've been doing on Instagram, the Don and family, great. You know, Stacks finally made it out of the prison. Great stuff down there, but NXT's been really good. I hope Roxanne Perez makes the main roster soon because she could be one where she takes the mid-card title real quick, holds it for a little bit, but She's so main event ready, Roxanne Perez. She is so good. A few women are ready definitely for a mid-card title, but there's very select few that are ready for the main event level. And I just think Roxanne Perez is one of them. She is just so dang good. Her entrance is good. Her wrestling is very good. So I wouldn't be surprised if she would get a title quick and then just go up the ladder. But other than that, WWE been great recently. Raw on Netflix has started off hot. I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. You know, John Cena is going to be back, which one thing I had to say about John Cena is he said, oh, I can't just go back and request a main event match. I got to work for it. John, you're one of the greatest of all time, maybe even the best of all time. Greatest. Me, it's Shawn Michaels, but that's just my personal opinion. But you can demand a match. You're John Cena. Listen, man, have some more respect for yourself, you know? You just can't walk in there and say, oh, I gotta earn it. I mean, you do. I mean, I guess, if you think so, but if I'm a booker, John Cena says, oh, title match right now, do it. I mean, shoot, it's John Cena. I mean, he hasn't won a singles match in forever, but at the end of the day, it is John Cena. He can have the match. Then a lot of people are talking about the kayfabe with the Rock situation. They're upset. I think it's just corporate Rock. It's not Final Boss. Final Boss Rock will be back soon, but that's just corporate Rock to me. It's not Final Boss. But other than that, yeah, not too much going on. Other than that, I think the shows have been great. Keep it up, and I'm excited for Saturday Night Main Event soon and Royal Rumble. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, I'll have an NFL award show coming out. I think tomorrow I'll probably have it done, or it'll drop on Friday. Maybe in exchange for the episode, or I'll film another episode for the normal Fridays. But thank you, and see you later. Subscribe.